Welcome to this explainer. When we think about getting rid of waste in the body, here in the West, we usually just picture, well, basic biological plumbing, right? But traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, looks at it in a way that is just absolutely fascinating. It's not just about taking out the trash, it's about actively managing this incredibly delicate, dynamic internal ecosystem. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 5 key areas. First, maintaining internal balance. Then we'll look at the 4 key excretory organs, the flow of qi, detoxification and TCM treatments, and finally, how all of this leads to achieving holistic harmony. Let's dive in. Starting right off with Section 1, maintaining internal balance and the TCM perspective on waste. So we really need to define what waste actually means in this context. Yes, it covers the usual suspects: metabolic byproducts, broken down nutrients, everyday toxins. But here's the catch. In TCM, this isn't just passive biological garbage waiting for pickup. No way. If left unchecked, this waste actually transforms into an active threat to your body. It often shows up as what TCM calls internal dampness or toxic heat, which basically just totally wrecks your internal equilibrium. Moving right along to Section 2, the 4 key excretory organs, essentially the body's physical filters. When it comes to the structural architecture of this whole system, it literally all comes down to the number 4. There are exactly 4 primary organs that serve as the fundamental pillars of excretion in TCM. These 4 absolute powerhouses are the lungs, the large intestine, the kidneys, and the skin. And the really cool thing is, in TCM, these aren't just isolated islands. They talk to each other. For example, the lungs and the large intestine, they are actually deeply connected functional partners. They work together nonstop to filter out the bad stuff and protect your vital energy. You can think of it kind of like a river that's naturally filtering out debris as it flows. Each organ has a super specific physical job. The lungs handle the gases, right? Exhaling carbon dioxide. Then their partner, the large intestine, clears out solid waste and toxins through bowel movements. The kidneys are your liquid waste managers, filtering excess fluids to make urine, which is absolutely crucial for keeping your blood pressure and pH levels in check. And then there's the skin. It doesn't just sweat out metabolic toxins. In TCM, the skin plays this massive role in venting excess, trapped heat straight out of the body. So that's the physical side. Let's look at Section 3, the flow of qi, which is really the energetic engine behind all of this. Our sources have this great quote that hits the nail on the head. A smooth and unobstructed flow of qi and blood is essential for proper organ function and waste elimination. This is a huge pillar of TCM. Your vital energy, your qi, operates completely hand in hand with your blood circulation. Basically, if that energetic river isn't flowing freely, those 4 physical filters we just talked about, they literally can't do their jobs, and that leads to an inevitable toxic backup. Which brings us to Section 4, detoxification and TCM treatments, or how to intervene for balance. Because, what does happen when that river gets blocked up? Well, when natural elimination gets sluggish, TCM steps in with some highly targeted treatments. We're talking acupuncture, specific herbal detox formulas, dietary therapies, and physical techniques like cupping and gua sha. Cupping is actually super interesting here. It's used specifically to draw stagnant, deep-seated toxins right up to the surface of the skin. Together, all these tools basically break up that energetic traffic jam so your organs can get back to clearing waste effectively. And finally, Section 5, achieving holistic harmony and the dual nature of detox. When we zoom back out to look at the whole picture, you really see the dual nature of this ancient practice. On one side, sure, you're removing physical waste, getting rid of the toxins, the gases, the heat, the metabolic junk. But on the flip side, it is equally important to address the energetic imbalance. You have to actively restore that flow of qi and blood to regulate the organs. That's the real game changer in TCM. You can't just plunge the physical pipes and call it a day. You have to restore that invisible energetic balance too. Ultimately, by promoting this kind of deep detoxification, TCM aims to restore total harmony and balance, boosting your overall health and vitality. Because when the physical waste is gone and your vital energy is flowing perfectly, your body hits that state of total holistic harmony. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. How are you supporting your body's natural detoxification? Next time you break a sweat on a hot day or let out a really deep exhale after a long task, just ask yourself, how am I maintaining the flow of my own internal river today? Are you supporting those physical filters and keeping that vital energy moving?